Hi there, welcome to Number One Geek, and it's Saz Tries, and today we're doing The Plague Kingdom Wars. It's 1347, the time of the 100 Years' War. You take on the role of one of 200 minor lords or kings from the time period. Be a minor noble in Ottoman's court, an earl in Ireland, or emperor of Byzantine. Well, whatever, how you spell it, or how you pronounce it, I don't know. And rewrite history by fighting to preserve your empire and prevent the spread of the Black Death across Europe! You bear the burden of leadership and must decide how to keep your people safe. Act swiftly, using diplomacy or military might. But do not hesitate or the consequences will be dire. History has shown the critical importance of sound leadership in times of great crisis, even as we face these dangers now. I think he's talking about the thing we must never name on YouTube. Oh yes, never name it on YouTube, never. Now, sorry about the top, back, and bottom border down there that you're seeing. This game is playing havoc with my monitor setup. I don't know why, but it does. So, yeah. That makes life. Anyway, let's get on with the game. So, campaign. On a new game. As you may have noticed, I have been playing this game because this game is ridiculously hard to understand. So, first things first. Let's, we don't want the undead. I would say the undead, but I don't need any of that nonsense right now. And of course, because I'm from England, I've got to go for the King of England. Southampton, Bridgewater, Stourbridge, Bristol and Pembroke. Stourbridge? I actually live near Stourbridge, so that's a good thing. So I'm going to battle difficulty. Let's put that on easy as well. The reason I'm doing this is because this game is very hard to understand. There's no tutorial. And that's the first thing that I'm going to say about this game. Is it needs a damn tutorial. I'm kinesynthetic when it comes to learning things. And the way that I learn things, by kinesynthetic I mean, is by doing. Not by being told. And this does a very good job of telling you what to do. But I didn't quite get it till I played it. So I have played this game so many times, got very upset with it.
Despite a history of dominating Europe, England suffered painful setbacks between 1200 and 1260.
I'm supposed to have that
as
voice.
One weak king after another surrendered their provinces on the continent to France. But in 1330, the resourceful young Edward III came to power. And now, in 1336, England is plotting the reconquest of her ancestral French provinces, even while dealing with an invasion from Scotland and working to forge alliances with the other great states of Europe.
I think that's it. We've now stopped talking in the talky voice. No, the plague is coming. As a noble in your king's service, you must get ready to face the impending pandemic. Visit your towns to develop your industry and oversee improvements. Within the few months, prepare to defend your holdings from enemy raids. Soon you can start to cautiously expand. But beware of rival lords from your own kingdoms until you are powerful enough to fight for the throne. Now, this game, believe it or not, by the way, I had to work that out. Let me just press the pause button. Right, my lord, I bid thee welcome. Year 13, die, events are unfolding. This is basically their tutorial, which is they just basically tell you what you should be doing, and they don't tell you how to do it. Okay, so okay, what do you recommend? For now, the economy is weak. You should manage your estates directly by visiting your towns and controlling things first hand. However, your lordship only that much time in a month for town visits. Right. Must invest in wood. Okay, that's fine. Actually, food is also very good because, as you can see, we're at minus 131. I'll get to this bit in a second. The funny thing is, this game's going to be called Saz Plays or Saz Tries. So it's all about what happens is that people give me a key, and I try the game and give it my thoughts. But I found that I'm kind of having to teach people how to play the game because it's got no tutorial. So yeah, great, wonderful. What is the plague? Is that much name, my lord? What must I do? Okay, right. So as you can see, you've got this mini map here. The white stuff is you, and these are all the other people. So red is your king, who you've got to usurp, which you'll find out in a bit. But the first things first, we've got to build a town. So let's go into Stourbridge first, and we'll enter the city. Now, the most important thing I found about this game, which didn't explain to me, is the population counts, because those are the people that you draw your armies from. So you want to keep your population up, hence why the plague is very, very devastating, because the plague will pretty much start killing off your population, which means that you won't have decent armies and townsfolk to defend yourself with. So that's a very important point. As you can tell, it's a work in progress game, so hopefully right. So first things first. Welcome to the beautiful town, my lord. Let's not dally. Your lordship only has this much time in a visit, 7 minutes and 24 seconds, and it's going to get. Let's some building plots. Now here's a building plot. So the first things first we want to do is industrial. We want a lumber camp, definitely. We want definitely want a storehouse. Reason for that: barn, so we can do animals.
You cannot afford that, sire.
All right, we've got to wait for the wood to come back up again. So what I'll do is I'll drop out, and once again get. Another loading screen. Oh, I'm gonna have to cut these loading screens out, aren't I? And restore. Right. The other thing you'll notice as well, you have an overall amount of wood and money, and each town has their own individual amounts of wood and money, etc. So the reason why it says that you should go in first hand is that you don't start spending all the money that you have creating armies and stuff like that. So right, it's a building plot. This town has got I want to create a lumber camp because we need wood, and we also want to build a forager's hut and a hunter's lodge. Okay, we'll build a hunter's lodge first. Okay. They seriously need to get those loading times. Now, did I do Pembroke? I haven't done Pembroke yet, so. Right, my lord, to tell everything nicely. I'm in Pembroke, by the way. I've just cut straight through to it. First, take a look at your resources counter on the left. I recommend you hold your mouse over each one and read the tooltips, full information, how everything works. See, it's just basically saying do it yourself instead of actually showing you through like a tutorial, which it needs to do. Especially citizens, our most precious resource, need to be managed carefully as they're all we've got to train new troops and make our cities run. Okay, so that's a very important point. So, but it doesn't quite really make it off now. Also, to stay over family resource, have some fair food. Anything else? No, of course not. Right. So what we want to do is we want to build a lumber camp, and we want to build a hunter's lodge. And if I've got enough money, because this is a bigger town by the looks of it. There's a building plot there.
I want to build a forager hut. Now the forager hut only works during the summer seasons. Right, so that's me done for this area, so we'll head back. As you can see, we're 10 minutes into this thing and a whole lot of nothing has been going on. But let's go into Chester anyway. Yeah, so, but believe it or not, a whole lot of something has done. Right, Chester, you've got 40 potential people to recruit from. Starbridge has 10, Pembroke has 15, and Bristol has 10. So Pembroke is slightly larger hamlet to all these other smaller ones. But you can draw your armies from these ones and also use these people. As you can see, there's these English bowmen and English billmen here that are there defending the town. Now, Starbridge should have, hopefully, there we go, yeah. So here we've only got yeomen and levies. So what we want to do is we want to start increasing the amount of people here. So let's go into the city. So, as you can see, we've got something a bit bigger here, but what we're going to do is the building plots here. We're going more into the military building menu. We want to build an archery range. And here, we want to build barracks. And here, hopefully, we've got enough money. Have we got enough money? Build some stables. Don't worry about the siege workshop just yet, but these will be constructing, so that means that we can now build larger groups of people. Okay, so now we've got these going, we'll have a quick look at Chester, as you can see. The areas are now up now, so these are training parts which allow us to do more than that. Now the other thing is I want to go back into Starbridge. Then this is the bit where it starts getting a little bit tedious because you have to go in and out, in and out. I've got 5 minutes of like what's called time, but obviously with the loading screens it takes forever. So if you can get your loading time sorted out, devs, that would be really cool. Right, let's go into Starbridge again as I cut out. Good thing I've got my Stream Deck here that allows me to cut in and out of recording. Right, anyway, on to Starbridge. Now, as you can see in Starbridge, we've got ourselves some more stuff. Money's come back up, so as our wood, because of our lumber camp. So what we'll do now is our building plot. What I'm going to do is we are going to make sure that we build a Hunter's Lodge. Oops, no. Let's move that up slightly. Yep. Hunter's Lodge. And I think it's that one. We want to build a forager hut so that our food starts going up. Now, we can upgrade the map. Now, Starbridge is an interesting place. It's part of the Industrial Revolution. One of the places where the Industrial Revolution actually occurred. Now, I can actually build a palisade here. I can afford it. Let's do it. It's part of the Industrial Revolution. It's also a massive maker of glass. It made the glass for the Crystal Palace in London. If you don't know what the Crystal Palace is, I would check it up. Internet is your friend. Right,
We are alert, sire.
These yeomen,
Thy workers have completed a building.
thy workers. Right. Now you can upgrade these things so they work a bit better. Apparently. So you should be able to roll over it. And it should tell you what it does, but it doesn't. Okay, so silver, food, wood, stone is another thing. So do I have enough room for a stone mill? No, I don't. But Pembroke, which I'm going to go directly to, will probably end up being able to do that now. Our wall is just basically a bunch of towers, really. So that's it. So I'm going to head over to Pembroke. So is that the entrance? That's the gate down there. So that's probably where all the armies would go. There you go. Yeah, I may have to upgrade first and start doing stuff like that. We'll get onto that in a bit. But yeah, so I'm having to go through this individually just to let you know how the game works. But anyway, on to Pembroke. Okay, now we're here in Pembroke. What I want to do is I want to create a stone mine so that we can build up stone for the main cause, so to speak. And is there anything else in Pembroke that I can probably build from here? Most likely would probably be a good idea. If it lets me. There we go. Is to create a barn, which means that farm animals can be used. Okay, so let's go back to the world map. Right, so we've got 2 more building plots here in Bristol. So what we're going to do is we're going to also put some stone mines there. And I think what we'll do is we will build a storehouse. Now that means that I can make trucks and cattle carts and stuff like that, which helps your armies. I need to start thinking about replacing these armies with better troops. But we'll go back to the main map just to see how that's done. So we're back on the main map, and if you just click on the thing, you'll see that you've got like your stables and so forth. What you can do is you can do this recruits units. So this thing right at the top here, which seems to have disappeared because of course it has. You can get English yeomen, English bowmen, English hobler, which are horse units, macemen, billmen, levies. Now the reason you can only get those is because you've got the archery range and the barracks. You can't get those at with the thing. The other thing important is your chickens, cows, and sheep here. You need those, which you can't recruit from the main city. Oh, I can't even shut that off now, can I? Hold on, let me bring that up to full whack. And of course that's gone completely nutty out now. Hold on. See what I mean? And that's probably made the black and white border even bigger. Thanks, devs. Right, so I have to press that button there. Okay, so Starbridge got that? No, it hasn't. Pembroke has. So Pembroke's got the barn, so you can recruit the units, and obviously the area that you can basically get chickens, cows, once you've upgraded all your stuff. Now, let me just press the pause button here. As you can see, the scribe, steward, and Martian calendar has somehow moved over here. Don't know why. So the scribe just generally
quill poised over parchment
gives a big detail of everything that you do. And where's the X button on this one now? There's no X button. Okay, so options. Let's take it out of windowed mode, which is going to cause even more havoc. Right.
Felicitations, my lord.
There we go. Yeah. Steward.
How mayest I make improvements?
Right, so this is your improvement tree. So, with 604, I can get target practice, which will increase there. And apparently, I believe, flamed arrows are the must thing for attacking other places. So, we've got those. But as you can see, my general gold has gone down. So, the one thing you have to work out is that there's general gold and then there's town gold. Marshal...
Fire and sword doth crouch for employment, your grace.
Tells you about your victory conditions. So you can claim your nation's throne as your own. So you got to basically usurp your king. Territorial claims eliminate your nation's historic rivals, which is France. That's harder than it is because that's the 100 Years' War. Emperor, conquer half the nations in Europe, and also European Union, unite all of Europe underneath your rule. So Europe is this big area here, mostly. So, well, it also depends how it defines Europe, really. So, yeah, you can't play this game in anything but full screen and stream it or do it. So that's always brilliant. Right, where am I? So let's have a look. Bristol. Okay, so the next thing we can do as well, the other thing you can do is upgrade your city. Now, your upgrading your city costs 70 gold. But what happens is it adds another building plot. So now that we're in there, we're going to enter the city. Now, the general thing is what's more important? We've got plus 44 on stone. What I think we might want to do is create livestock, because I want to create a Chester and Stourbridge being almost like a tributary town. Now Chester, as you can see, has a lot of different bits and pieces which we're going to also have to work on. What I might do actually is I might actually put in a actually, yeah, let's go to Chester first. I think that's probably the better idea. So as you can see, because Chester's a bigger town, this is kind of like the main area here, but we've also got building plots up here. So what I'm going to do, that's what we've got here. You notice you can only do less things here. I'm going to build a barn.
Resources are too low for that, my lord.
Alright, okay. Looks like they've kind of gone up. Build storehouse. Let's do that. Oh, we're on 72 wood at the moment. So we can wait till it goes up. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to go to this building plot here. Try again. Oh, it's 110. Right. Yeah, I think I'm going to build a little yard here. Ooh, there's a central place here. Perhaps maybe I should have put my my stables and my barracks up there, but there you go. Right, I've only got 1 minute and 52 seconds left. So I'm going to go to the world map there. And we're back here. Now, the final thing that I need to point out to you, just so that you know, is that down here there's a tax rate. Now, if you put that up, say, to 45, I've got this on a setting where they're not going to get too upset about the tax rate. So you can tax them to the moon if you want to. But we want to tax our citizens so that we've got a nice thing. But you do have all their individual areas here as well. Now, I'm pretty sure the overall one generally tends to be Chester. I couldn't tell you, but there you go. Now you can build from this thing, but wood's the most important thing. So you've got to wait till the cycle comes around. Okay, so when the cycle comes around, now we've upgraded the town, and you may notice that we've got 15 out of 10 now with Stourbridge. So Stourbridge is a slightly larger town. We can then start there. So we're going to have to wait till the cycle comes around, where taxes come through and etc. etc. Because we'll get plus 245. Plus 32 food and plus 96 wood, which allows us to create some more stuff. So what we may want to do is take the opportunity, for example, we can actually upgrade a building. So if we upgrade the wood there to level 2, what that does, it creates the income of wood, but as you upgrade, if I click on the upgrade, maybe not. Maybe I need to... that might actually be inside the city itself. So we're going to wait until... Actually, what we can do is speed up a little bit so that our production time. So we've got 53, 72. So we're waiting for the next cycle to come through so that you get your updated food. Which there we go. That's the badger. Okay. So we've now got 98 wood. So we still don't have enough to build some of the stuff that we want to build. So we're going to have to wait a time. So we also get some more time each time. So people, I haven't had more people in Stourbridge, I'm afraid. We seem to have had 13 out of 15 there. We've still got 10 out of 10 there. We do have... Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create the Stourbridge army, which costs 220 gold. It's a flat fee to create an army. And I am going to move them up.
Conscience avant. Our Lord commands again.
Yeah, they start talking crap like that. Maybe I should have picked up the chickens first. Okay, so now we've got this, we can actually recruit units and transfer units. Now, transfer units, what you can do is, if I go to the transfer units, it might be easier. Chester. You can see that you've got the farmers and the people. So you can actually conscript people from, say, Chester. So if you want to grab a pikeman and a couple of yeomen, like that. But I'm going to put that chicken back, I think. And then you can take some of their farmers as collateral sort of thing. Now, every time you create a thing, you take one of these farmers and they become... It's your population, basically. So what we'll do now
Our
is...
armour is all strong.
Yeah.
Our cause the best.
Yeah, that'll get on your tits after a while as well. You want to recruit units, so as we've done before. So you can see each one of them has a price. And price is sometimes in wood, sometimes in food. Wood for the bowmen, food for the general populace, so to speak. Now, it's going to cost me 90 silver and 70 gold. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take
My
this army.
lord, the trumpet sounds to summon us.
Yeah, whatever. It's nice that they've put their things in, but they need to put a few more. And talking old English does not get on your tits very, very quickly. Right, so what I want to do now is I want to...
Conscience avant. Our Lord commands again.
Transfer units again. So what I want to do is I want to move your English bowman and there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the macemen, one of the billetmen, and one of the chickens, because your army always needs food. Okay. And then we're going to take 5 of those people. So, as you notice now, Stourbridge is now 45. It's much more stronger than it started off at 26. But don't worry about that. That's a king. That's a king's troops or one of the other lord's troops. So this is how you start building your armies up effectively. You want to create your army for 220 gold. These guys will end up... We're going to take these guys up to Chester. Make a noise, come on.
Our armour is all strong.
Yeah.
Our cause the best.
Now you right click to move your army. It took me forever to learn that bit. Oh, there we go. We've just had another windfall. So what we'll do is... What I want to do is I want to go to Chester. So you can recruit units into your place as well. So I'm going to grab a horsey bloke. One of English bowman, English billman. Now I want to buy another English bowman and another English billman. I know I'm probably doing this the wrong way round, but that's fine. So into the
Conscience avant. Our Lord commands again.
Now the Chester army, what we can do here is we can recruit units. You can also, if you click on them, you can heal them, and you can remove units and stuff. So I'm going to remove that unit.
Our armour is all strong. Our cause the best. Conscience avant. Our Lord commands again.
You can recruit units. Now you've got to be near the town. You've got to be near the town that you need to do it from. I could probably take one of those guys. That's fine. So my army is starting to get
Our
more powerful.
armor is all strong. Our cause the best.
And let me have a
My
look at some-
lord, the trumpet sounds to summon us.
Yeah, I've got a hobler there as well. And this horse cart here. Horse carts increase the amount of storage capacity of arms in towns. Essential for RTS mode sieges. And long parts keep armor supply resources like silver and food. Then you also got battering rams and your food there that you need to pop through there. I know I'm being very. Right, so recruit the units now. So, not recruit units. We want to transfer.
Our
units.
armor is all
I
strong.
want to transfer
Our
it from
cause
Chester,
the best.
and I want to take the hobler across, and you can do these all individually. Move 2 of those across, which should now increase my my army's ability. Chester is probably going to be a little weaker.
Conscience avant. Our Lord commands again.
But what I'm doing now is I am
Trumpet
using...
sound, and we will march.
I'm using this army, initially, to improve the defence of Starbridge. Starbridge is going to be kind of like my main town, because between Chester and Starbridge, there's not that much. Bristol and Pembroke, they're going to have to probably look after themselves. So
Our armor is all strong. Our cause the best.
let's transfer these units. Right, so what we got here? Let's say English yeoman. So we want to take that billman across. So we've now got 2 billmen. And I'm going to take him out. Hasn't really changed that much at the moment. But hey. Can't really make anything from Bristol. Can't make anything from Pembroke. So, literally, for the first few halves, this is what's going to keep you alive. Now, France, for some strange reason, will have a little bit of an issue with you. Because you'll come like... Here we go. So this is the... I just stockpile over food. So we've got the taxes, silver generator. Oh, right, that's what we need to do. Yes. Pembroke, Starbridge. Yes. So we can enter the city now. Here we are in the city, as you may notice.
We are alert, sire.
Got our yeoman,
Pikes on alert.
but we've actually got our billman here. So that's you can move
Pikes.
these guys around there.
Moving now.
But what we want to do, we've got our building plot over here. We want to make, if we can, silver mine, which will mean that we can start making more money. Also going to try upgrading. Okay, upgrading increases income, but also increases upkeep. Happiness penalty of some buildings is decreased. Mines are 54% more effective per level. In battle, each building level reduces cost by 5%. Trained military units starting level also increased. Building hit points, fire resistance, repair these items too. So effectively what you're doing is you're making your items up. Now you can also train items here, which can be a good idea, so that you're building stuff, because you're taking it from your town rather than from the main section. I'll probably also need...
A building has been finished, my lord.
I'm probably going to have to upgrade the
Thou
town
must
again.
gather more resources first.
Thou must... Oh, nah. What do I need to do it? 30 wood. Okay. There you go. Fortunately, the wood keeps going up on this one, so you kind of get a natural upgrade. Now, right, I might have to upgrade this this Starbridge again, because I need to put some chickens and stuff in here, because we need chickens feed an army effectively. So, what's this? Horse cards.
Tell us, my lord.
Oh, let's put these levels.
Come
over
on,
here.
men.
Right. Back to the main map we go. By the way, as you notice, it's taking the time for Starbridge and the thing to change through. I had to skip out of the screen for it. The update on it's quite late. This game is very unfinished. I would like to have shown you some of the combat stuff like that, but I kind of feel like instead of this being like a Saz Tries sort of thing where I'm jokingly going through the whole thing and being a complete cartouche douche at the thing, I'm finding myself having to maybe teach people how to play the game, basically. So I think I've kind of gone over most of the basics that you need on this thing, apart from the pause button. Let's see.
What affairs of development need attention?
Yeah, so silver mines, etc., etc. is what you need. Military conscription, I can afford that. That's the last thing I can afford for a while. But conscription, as I go back,
All goeth well, my lord.
crisscross your militia and hunters by compulsory enrolment and induction to military service. Okay, so the next one would be a cold forge. Something else would be blacksmith and units related technologies, not blacksmith building, bow saw, carburized weapon, wedges, improve smelting and pickaxe application research. Yeah, whatever. So, yeah, so I want to be kind. I think this game could be fun, but right now it needs a tutorial. It needs to make people comfortable. It needs to sort out its load times. As you can see, it took 35 minutes of footage that we've got so far. But I've actually been playing this for an hour and a half. So, and most of that has been load times between the two. So, this is going to be another one of those games that I'm going to come back to, and it's going to be brilliant. To be fair, when I first played Project Zomboid, I wasn't impressed with it. When I first played Space Engineers, I wasn't that impressed with it. You know, I lost interest very, very quickly. Now, you know, years down the line, they become better. So, is it worth the price point of 15 quid? That's a good question. I'd say a tenner, maybe. 15 might be asking a little bit too much for it. I don't know how much it's going to cost in America, but I can't complain because I got the key from, or was given the key from the developers so that I could actually put this up. So they do want their honest opinion, and this is my honest opinion. The combat is a little bit awkward as well because you can't quite tell the units from each one, and you need almost like a combat tutorial as well to show which units are better than other units. A lot of it is relying on tooltips at the moment to do things, and if you're one of those people who don't really learn by reading stuff, then this game is definitely not for you. If you're the person who just needs to read something and that's it, you know how to do it, this game is perfect for you because the tooltips, the help screen as well, which gives you a lot of stuff as well that will do that. That's fine, but it needs a tutorial. It needs to improve its loading time. And so far, that's my initial thing. I think once we've got to that point, then we can actually start getting into the meat and potatoes of what this game is actually all about. I think that's probably about as far as I can go with this, to be honest. But I have tried it. Maybe what I'm going to do is Saz Tries this game maybe in 6 months' time and see how it improves. I hope the devs watch this, but as usual, if you like what you like, press the like button. If you dislike what you dislike, press the dislike button. But please pop something down in the comment section to let me know how I can improve my stuff for you. If you want to talk about the game, please do. I'm more than happy to have a chat with people about things. Right, but also, why not subscribe? If you like what you see, just press that subscribe button. And if you really like it, why not press the bell icon as well? I do Twitch. At the moment, I'm having a daughter, or had a daughter, and I'm doing this like at 4 o'clock in the morning, nearly 5 o'clock now. It's getting light outside because I do the night shift. So I'm not really doing the twitching at the moment, but I will in the future. But hey, keep in touch. Thanks for watching. I hope this has helped you. See you soon. Bye-bye.